Professor Adeolu Sanyolu, who is teaching the computer, the COMP10019, the network infrastructure. So today I'm doing some TouchPoint, just a quick recap as we have been going through some of the asynchronous classes over the last few weeks. And I just want to touch point, just to do some quick recap as to what you guys have done from Module 1. During Module 1, we treated the OSI layer, which we talk about all the 7 layers, from layer 1 up to layer 7. And we also touch on the TCP/IP model stack as well as it relates to OSI layer. So during all those classes, you guys must have gone through the network topology types, such as the orb, star, spoke, ring, and stuff like that. And just using these to be a touch point again to you guys, as you move along the track of this course over the last few weeks. We also touch the hierarchical topology tree, in which we talk about all the levels of the tree. We talk about the orb, we talk about the spoke, we talk about the mesh, and then we also dealt with full mesh as well as that being put into consideration. We now move further and talk about the network types, which include peer-to-peer, client-server, which are the typical conventional way that we are always used to, apart from the new ones that we have now, which now evolve into the storage area network, which is the SAN, going to the SD1, which is the software-defined wide area network. Then we went into the MPLS, which is the multi-protocol label switching, as well as the IP VPN. It goes further to the GRE, and GRE tunnels, as well as ATM, and then QoS, which is the quality of services. We now went further by now defining how network looks when we're talking in terms of geographical location, which is basically talking about local area network, which is a LAN, which is done within a confined space of a local area. By the time you're now moving from your local area to more distance, then you can now be talking about your wide area network, which is typically called the wide area network, which is the WAN, right? And then there are other types as well, which is the CAN, which is campus area network. You talk about the MAN, which is the metropolitan area network. Then you talk about the little ones like the PAN, private area network, and the Wi-Fi. Depends on the type of network you need, is why you're going to pick the one you're going to use. So some of them, if it's geographical location, mostly with distance, you have no options than to use maybe one. And then we now went further to talk about the external connectivity, how you connect externally, and this is where like the provider, Bell, Rogers, wherever Kojiko might be that brings the connection into you. It could be for telecoms, it could be for data, it could be for maybe TV or whatever you might want, collaboration, and those are your demarcation points, your telecommunication point, and then you start talking about your smart jack and DSL and stuff like that. Then we'll now go into how the internet history is. So basically all these ones were done in Module 1, and in which you guys will have your midterm 1 to do with that. So that's the big capture of how your Module 1 was laid out, and you guys have to be conversant with that as we move on to the next phase, which is the Module 2. So with this, I conclude the part of doing a quick recap on how our Module 1 goes and how it is, and see you in the next touch point. Have a nice day.